But you have a big problem here. This dog does not understand that your actions are telling this dog that there are no limits and no boundaries. And when the getting's good, the dog is like, this is awesome. But when any outside stimulator comes in, this dog freaks out. Get out, how big my teeth are, you better get away from me, you better get away from me. And then you go, let's go, let's get out of here. Or the other people go, that thing's Black Death and I'm going to walk away.
Right.
You have to see it from the dog's eye point of view. If you can't see it from the dog's perspective, you have no chance of fixing it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Look at your brain going, God, it's a beautiful thing. Look at his brain, my goodness. Dogs are so wonderful. They're so wonderful.
Jessup once tried to get that.
I know.
Dog.
No, she won't. She won't. I'm training the dog the way the dog understands. You're trying to train the dog, but you're enabling the dog and you're teaching the dog. It's a spoiled infant, special needs human grandchild. Does that make sense?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So how would you let that, if you wanted to give that dog that right now, what would you do? Give it to her in your hand?
You're a very big nurturer.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, because you want the dog to have the food.
Yes, I do.
Tough shit for the dog. You can't do that. That's a conflict. You can't want dogs. There's no such thing as a suicide rabbit. Do you know what that means?
I have no idea.
It means rabbits don't come and run and jump in the dog's mouth. They have to earn it. They have to hunt. They have to get up. You want to just sit there and feed it like with a cake decorator and just dump liver down its throat. You can't do that. The dog has to earn. And once you tell the dog it doesn't have to earn, it turns into the boss. That's the alpha dog. But this dog is afraid. So watch. Sit.
So why wouldn't you do it for me though?
Sit. So watch. Sit. Ah. So what is the dog trying to do?
Get away.
Avoid. Right? So watch. Sit. The only answer is the one I want. Sit. How do they teach the dog to sit with food? Okay. Sit. So the dog, if you do a hand signal,
Like
here,
this is what I usually do.
sit. Yeah. So the dog's under. Remember, if the dog's running away from you, and you say sit, how can the dog see the hand signal?
Yeah, can't.
So don't waste your time with hand signals. The dog should be attentive to you. The dog should be like, what do you want? What can Brown do for you?
Right.
You've got that flipped.
It's completely opposite.
We do.
Yeah.
Completely the opposite.
You're absolutely right.
And that's why dogs are in shelters now. That's why dogs are discarded. That's why dogs bite people. I mean, this is the silver bullet. But it's been around for 33,000 years and people just don't like it because they want to do what they want to do. So whose house does this dog think your house is?
His. Hers.
Whose house does she think this is?
Yes.
You damn Skippy. That's how it goes. And you got to live by the rule. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. But the problem is you're too happy. You're such a giver. You're such a giver. That's your purpose in life, is to be a giver. Would you agree?
It is, but I also, just by what you just demonstrated, know that we have to do something.
Yeah, this is pretty bad at 6 months old. Pretty bad.
Do you have more than one dog?
I have 12.
You have 12 dogs. How do they just play? Like when can they play or do they just walk around?
First of all, you gotta
avoiding each
understand
other?
something. You're 21,
Yeah.
okay? When you were 4, did you just get in a car and drive over your friend's house? No. You have to take it in levels. You guys are so worried about you that you're forgetting about the dog.
Right. I'm thinking of what
Dog
it takes
parks-
for me to
Dog parks
achieve
and
it.
daycares are the biggest source of my behavioral issues with customers.
you know, and that's, we've thought of all of it. I
Mhm.
mean, we did the puppy school, she was so bad. And then we did the puppy school again, and she's still bad, you know, while he's still going, she's not good. And then I said, all right, I know, we'll put her into doggy daycare, we'll put her into the animal hospital, and, you know, where she goes for her treatment, you know, when she's ill or whatever. But I can imagine she was just stuck in a cage and, you know, barking and probably scared. So I stopped that, but we really, you know, and then I told Dante I found you, and I said, we've got to do something with the dog. I just know we do. And, you know, he's in school all day, and she's with me all day. And I can't do anything that I want to do. I can't take her for a walk because I'm afraid to.
I mean, we're talking about walking the dog, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. But people don't, so people will tell you, they won't tell you it's you. They don't educate you. They go, well, we'll do a 5-week board and train.
Yeah.
No. This dog definitely needs a rehab because the dog's aggressive and the dog doesn't trust people and the dog isn't cool around other dogs. That's so far out of your skill set. If you guys had come here, but you can't unring a bell, but if you had come here for the puppy stuff, you would never have this. I would love to get people to come here for the puppy stuff. It's very different than what they're doing over there. Very different. And it should be different. It should be different. So you see how the dog is like, so you want to see something crazy? See how this dog's panting? Ears are back on me. Watch what happens. Now we're going to just take a minute here, watch. And when I tell you, when I point at you, just stand up and watch the dog. Go ahead. Stand up, watch it. Yes. See the dog get excited? Now sit down. Now watch. Damn it. How do I tell him? How do I tell him that he's got to work for me? I'll go over there. Watch. Can't do it. Yeah. I'm a bigger. So the dog doesn't have limits. If the dog wants to do something, it does it, and then you reinforce it.
Yep.
So you're telling the dog that it can. Do you have a girlfriend?
All right. No.
Okay. Trust me. Don't give her everything she wants. Do not. It's bad. There's mutual respect. You got to earn it on both sides. That's the problem. Is that if you look at this dog, stop. This dog is telling you, I don't want to leave. I want to leave. Look, creeping. She's creeping. That's right. And we go, oh, that's so cute. She's creeping. Okay, well then, don't come to me when the dog's creeping and go, hey, how does this work? So I know you couldn't have understood that before, but after we do what we do, you start to understand.
Yes.
And you go like, what the hell is this?
Right.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the difference?
Of her,
Yeah, when you came in,
10.
why?
Because she's obeying you, or
Yeah.
she's knows that she's not in control right now, that somebody else is.
But I mean, you've been to 2 sessions of puppy class.
Oh, no, it's nothing like this.
Why?
I don't know, because they're
It's,
not learning
the puppy
right-
class is more focused on positive reinforcement, and
With food.
here
They
seems
said
like
she's-
consequences.
Yeah, she's what did she say? She's food motivated.
Yeah.
Just keep giving her food when she want to do something. Set food.
That's how I
Stay
get like
food.
this. You don't do it. It's not natural. It's political. It's political correctness. That's what it is. That's what the problem is. The Malinois that I just got, the Belgian Shepherd, has killed 5 of the neighbor's chickens. That's why they got rid of the dog. And it bit the guy when he came out to try to get the neighbor. Bit the neighbor. Well, guess what I'm going to go do? I'm going to go buy some chickens. And you're
You're
not.
gonna teach her not to touch the
No,
chickens.
chickens. I might get ducks and teach her to herd them, but you're not going to do it. When dogs are left to do whatever they want to do, they're bad decision-making machines. And when you reinforce it, you're just creating a killer. It just takes 2 to 3 years. Thoughts, comments, criticisms?
I need help.
I came in here and I was like, if there's another dog, she's gonna be super bad. I would never think that she would ever try to bite a person, even though she tried to bite him several times.
I told you
Which
that.
opened
Did
my
I
eyes
not
a
tell
lot.
you? Did I not tell
Yeah,
you
you
that?
did.
Okay. I only told him that because
You
I've
saw
seen
it.
it from little.
We walk by people, we go on walks all the time, and we walk by people, not a bar.
How long
nothing.
does she spend in relation to the people? Shoot, it's over.
Yeah.
Shoot, it's over.
It's true.
But in this room, she can't get out.
Right.
You have to think of how the dog thinks. And you only want to see the best in your dog. You have to, the best is great. We'll keep going with that. But the worst is where you need to do the work. And that's what we need to do. So this is, did you read the website at all? Because this is definitely a rehab situation.
I didn't, no,
Okay.
not to that point, no.
Because this is a rehab.
So tell us.
So I'll have Dylan come in and talk to you about it, but it's important that you guys understand that this is not right now an outpatient thing. This is over your head, and you'll be sitting there. The dog will be doing whatever it wants, and you'll do it, and you'll be like, it's all right, it's good, I love you. The dog needs to have a pattern interrupt. Like, you gotta stop. And so you've already started. You can't touch my food, you can't go after other dogs, and you can't bark at people. We're not telling the dog what to do. That's what you guys do. You can teach sit down. We'll help you. But we have to tell the dog, you don't have to be stressed. We're in control. We're in control. We're not mad at the dog. We're not being mean to the dog. It may look mad and mean to you because humans are politically correct, but that's not what we're doing, and that's not what we want. That's not stop. God, you're in. Stop it. So how much affection have I given this dog? None. How many treats have I used in a positive way? None. If another dog goes up, does she want to use treats? Does she want to use affection? No. Dogs, who's the top dog? That's what it is. You guys are making yourself the doormats. And when you do that, it's only a matter of time before the dog does it to one of you guys. Sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No,
It
it's
does.
great.
It
It's
truly-
fantastic.
it truly
It's
does.
fantastic.
It's
Embrace the suck. Because when you have the dog you want walking down the street, or you want to go do, you go, I'm going to go do competitive obedience with this dog, or I'm going to go dog diving with this dog.
And this is what Dante wanted.
I know.
Truly, he truly wanted to be able to do stuff with her.
Right.
Like that.
I wanted to be able to take her to a dog park and off leash.
Never in your
worry
life
about
will
it.
this dog go to a dog park, because those dogs are out of control. You have no control over those little axe murderers. You can take her and you can do amazing things with this dog, but dog parks didn't exist when I was a
You
kid.
could do all kinds of stuff with her, like you just said, like obedience, or when they run and or they sniff things, or she's smart. I'm sure she's smart.
Very smart. That's whenever you see fear, you see intelligence. The dog, you're trying to live with the dog before the dog's trained. You're trying to live that old yeller kind of romantic relationship, and the dog has no respect for you. The dog does not think you can protect her. She thinks she has to protect herself. And the dog is like, gimme, and you're like, absolutely, I love you so, what do you need, baby? But then it will turn into pilot, and that's what we call daddy's finger. Does that make sense? This dog needs some limits. It really needs some limits. And anything you see here would lead you to believe that we're brutal with the dog. No, because we're just speaking. The dog is far more brutal. Far more brutal. But I want to open your eyes to it. It's not for everybody, and people hate it sometimes because, like, this guy came in here with a little poodle with a diaper on, a tiara on, a dress on, and I'm like, you got to put the dog down. He goes, this dog's never touched the floor. 2 years old. I said, I can't help you. He's like, you're an I go, listen, I guess. I can't help you. Lady came in with 2 hairless rat terriers in a side-by-side baby carriage. And they've got diapers on and hats on and the same coat that she does. And I go, nope.
Oh.
And she goes, what do you mean no? I need a behaviorist. I said, you need a psychotherapist and a Xanax salt lick.
For yourself.
You're way too far gone. There's no way.
It's very difficult, I gotta tell you. I mean, it's
You think it's
hard.
difficult now? Wait till she bites somebody and you have to put her down.
I know. But that's why I'm hoping that
We don't hope.
we're here.
We don't hope. We don't hope. We teach you how to speak dog and how to understand what the dog is saying. And then when you do that, you'll never need another dog trainer for the rest of your life. You'll be like, no, watch. You'll be a dog snob. You'll be an obedience snob. You're like, they don't know what they're doing. 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 And you don't have to worry. Knowledge replaces fear. You're like, the dog's fine. I told the dog to stay. You're not like, hey, stay. Hang on. You're not doing that. Those are all strategies that are behind the dog, meaning that the dog, you're worried about what the dog's gonna do. The dog should be worried about breaking the command. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys need a resume? Do you need references? What do you need?
I don't need anything. I need help.
How did you find me? Internet?
Yes.
Just Googled it, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I've been searching and searching and searching and, thinking, what are we gonna do with her? And I knew we weren't just gonna do nothing. And we thought everything was great. And then just even at a little puppy, as little as she was, I walked by another dog and she growled and I said to myself, holy shit, I got a problem.
Dog, but that's the thing too, and I feel bad because people go, well, we'll go to a dog trainer, and then they go to people. There's so many dog trainers that just don't understand.
We didn't go to a dog trainer, we went to the puppy class.
We went to
and it
puppy
was
class. I thought that would have been
ridiculous.
enough
We went
to
to 8
get
weeks to that and then
socialized
another
and-
8 weeks.
Socializing?
Yeah.
What's socializing?
Yeah, with other
the
dogs.
dogs and other
No,
people.
socializing is manners.
Yeah.
It's manners.
And
Don't
if she
do
had
this.
learned that from little, we wouldn't be in this situation.
That's right. That's right. So we want to help you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the leash back. I'm going to go talk to Dylan for a second, and then I'm going to switch out with him, and he'll come in and tell you what's going on. Okay? Do you have any other questions for me? Anything?
I don't.
You sure?
I'm sorry for being.
No, I'm sorry I overwhelmed you.
No, you didn't. You didn't. I just felt like really. I can't want to say the word stupid, but I'm just confused
Definitely
at how
opened up our eyes a
right.
lot.
At how
of the
I was thinking I
situation.
was doing something right and caring, and instead I was doing the complete opposite.
How fast is the turnaround? Do you know what I mean? And what you're saying and what you're doing, it just feels like love. It just feels so wonderful. But it's seriously like the parent who says, my kids, it's like if the kid goes over and stabs a kid in the leg with a pencil and they go, well, what did that kid do?
I understand.
You can't be like that because the dog is always going to take advantage. The dog is always going to say, how do I find the gray area? And there's just no black and white in your house. And there's so many things you can do with the dog. There's so many things you can do. But we want to make sure that first things first. So it's like brick 1, brick 2, brick 3, and we're building the foundation. Make sense?
Absolutely.
All right, here's the keys. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
your time.
Thank you for everything.
Oh, no sweat.
Johnson, truly. About half hour into it, I was gonna walk out.
I know you were, and
Okay.
so was I.
But think about it. Wouldn't you like to have a behaved dog
Yeah,
like those
like
dogs
those.
that walk by? And they're not really good dogs. And it takes breaking to get to that point.
I feel like it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's really hard to do in our situation. I mean,
I feel like
But
if we
maybe
don't,
it isn't,
I feel
I don't
like
know.
if we don't, we have a Geronimo at
Absolutely.
at a bigger strength.
absolutely.
Because she's gonna be a bigger strength. Because Geronimo never tried to literally bite something. She was gonna bite them.
Drama would have done the same thing. I would have never thought that. Never.
That's why. And look at these dogs. They don't even sit there and stay, and that's where they're at. No one's barking at anybody. No one's doing it, and that dog bit so many people. We don't have a choice. We have to. And see that dog over there in the crate? I'm not barking, get out. Just in this crate.
Alright, so that's for you guys, so why don't you give that a quick read?
Yep.
But then I'll go over it with you in more detail and answer any questions that you might have.